Hey, this is Russ Rufino with Clients on Demand, and today we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why most business coaching programs totally suck. Stay tuned. How's it going, everybody? It is Russ Rufino with Clients on Demand, and today we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why most business coaching programs suck. So if you've ever invested in coaching, if you've ever invested in mentoring, if you've ever spent money trying to figure out how to grow your business and how to get things going, and you just haven't gotten the results, this is for you. Most of the coaching programs out there are absolutely awful. The people in there don't get results. The people who are running the thing don't care about their clients. And today we're going to talk about why. And we want to give you 3 reasons why most business coaching programs suck. And the reason we want to give you this is so that you can be an informed consumer, so that you can make smart decisions about who you want to work with and who you shouldn't work with. And we want to give you that information because, look, our goal with this show and with everything we do is to help you achieve your dreams, is to help you succeed as a coach or expert or thought leader. And you're not going to do that unless you invest in some kind of coaching or mentoring for yourself. But it's really, really important that as you do that, you choose to work with the right person. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. 3 reasons why most business coaching programs suck. And today I'm joined by the incredible, the genius, the wonderful Miss Jane Jewell, who is our managing director here at Clients on Demand and one of the top mindset and performance coaches on this planet. JJ, what's going on?
Hey, what an introduction. I always love that.
Oh man, come on. Like praising you is like one of my favorite things to do because you deserve it. All right. So guys, look, 3 reasons why most business coaching programs suck. Let's just dive right in because there's a lot of stuff that we're going to want to unpack here. The first reason most business coaching programs suck is that they only give you part of the puzzle. They only give you part of the puzzle. Now, this is really important for you guys to understand. So let's say that you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube and you start seeing ads come across your news feed or ads coming across the videos that you're watching, just like I do. Now, one of the key things that I want you guys to watch out for is whatever they're advertising, is it giving you the entire puzzle, the entire thing, or is it giving you just one small piece of the puzzle? So you're going to see this all the time. People might run a program or offer a coaching program about how to do a great webinar or how to do really good Facebook ads or how to do really good YouTube ads. The problem is that is just one tiny piece of the whole puzzle. And if you take a step back and think about it for a second, that's pretty obvious, right? Let's say it's the thing about how to do ads on Facebook. Okay, fine. They're going to show you how to, put together an audience, how to put together an ad that people want to click, right? But then what? So someone clicks the ad, but where are they going? What kind of offer are they going to? Is this something high ticket? Is this something low ticket? Is it something that's an 8-week coaching program that might cost $5 or $10 or $15,000 like we teach our clients to build? Or is it like a $27 ebook? Are they going to show you how to do Facebook ads from an e-commerce perspective where, maybe the person running the program, they sell t-shirts, right? And I can tell you from experience that the way that you sell a t-shirt using online advertising is totally different from the way that you run a $10,000 coaching program using online advertising. So my point that I'm trying to make is that the different parts of your business don't operate in isolation. Let me say that again. The different parts of your business don't operate in isolation. The way that you run ads has to fuel the way that you do your webinars and the way that you do your phone calls and the way that you deliver your programs. And it all has to tie together in a perfect start to finish solution that can get you all the way to the outcome, which is where you really want to go. So if you guys are browsing around online and you see an advertisement for something that just is giving you one tiny piece of it, the webinar, the funnel, the ads, whatever, they're just one tiny piece of it, you guys should run, not walk. Because even if that's a good program in teaching that one thing, they're not going to be able to connect that one thing to everything else that you're doing. So you've got to look at your business holistically. You've got to look at your business as one giant machine that's designed to produce the outcomes that you want. It's designed to give you the clients that you want, the income that you want. It's designed to help you have the freedom that you want. And in order to create that life that you want, all of those pieces have to be working together in harmony. So you can't go to one guy to learn his Facebook strategy and another guy to learn his webinar strategy and another guy to learn the phone sales strategy and another guy to learn this, because you're just going to end up with this massive hodgepodge. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, it's almost, I love the word you used, holistically, because isn't that such the truth in just about everything that you do? You need to be able to look at the big picture, the whole picture, the whole piece of, not a piece of the pie, the whole pie. You need to see all of these things, because otherwise, like you said, you're in isolation. And if you're not talking to each other, you're not really understanding how one piece is going to affect another piece. And oftentimes you don't even know if what you're looking to learn is really the thing that's going to take your business to the next level if you're not looking at the overall piece of the overall outcome and what direction you're really looking to go in. So I think it's really important that if anything that you're trying to master, that whoever it is that's trying to teach you that part of your business is able to take a step back and really look at the whole big picture of what your outcome for your business really is.
And the key, and that's a really good point that you brought up, Jane, because the key is you're going to have to see through their marketing. Because if they're good marketers, and they probably are, what they're going to try to do is convince you that missing piece is the whole thing. That's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to convince you that, oh man, if you just had the right webinar strategy, or if you just had the right funnel strategy, or the right Facebook strategy, all these other things would just magically fall into place. And that's absolutely not true. And I can tell you guys from experience, there are so many little pieces that you have to get right in order to build a 7-figure, 6-figure, 8-figure business. Like if you want to get even get your business off the ground, I mean, hell, even get to $5,000 or $10,000 a month. There's a million ways that things can go wrong. So in their marketing, what they're going to say is they're going to say, oh, you're just, one Facebook ad away from success. And if you just had that right Facebook ad, everything else would be perfect. Or if you just knew how to enroll people over the phone, that's the only missing piece. That's not true, guys. I can tell you there's a huge difference between having a phone sales conversation with a potential client that's supported by all this other great marketing, and having a phone conversation with a potential client where there's no marketing at all. So someone came to you through word of mouth, someone found, an ad or something. They just came across your phone number, right? They've had no warm up. They've had no nothing. It's a totally different animal. So you guys have to understand that each piece of this strategy that we talk about here, and any good strategy really, is going to support every other piece. And you can't just take one piece in isolation and expect to get the result. And I think we understand this, guys. I think we understand this in a lot of other aspects of our lives. Like if you're looking at a fitness program where the only thing someone can teach you how to do is do sit-ups, it's like you're never going to get where you want to go. If your goal is to get in great shape, yeah, knowing how to do sit-ups is important, sure. But there's diet, there's supplementation, there's sleep, there's stress, there's 50 billion other things that go into getting this incredible outcome for yourself in the fitness space. It's the same thing with marriage. Someone says, hey, I'm going to show you how to sweet talk your wife or your husband or something. It's like, okay, fine. That's just one piece of it. And if things are really not working for you, to think that just fixing that one piece and optimizing that one piece is going to turn everything else around. Nothing in life works that way, guys. And I want you to understand that. But in their marketing, they're going to try to convince you of that. So when you see something like that, just remember what I said. Is this something that's going to take you all the way to the outcome? That's going to take you all the way to where you want to go? Or is it something that's just going to give you one tiny piece of the puzzle? Because believe me, that's not going to be enough. And we've seen this firsthand with so many people who have come to work with us at Clients on Demand. Most of the people that come to work with us, and especially our most successful clients, they've invested in other programs before. They've spent money on this person's program or that person's program. They joined this person's program or mastermind or this guy's mastermind. And you got to understand, our clients are not lazy, okay? The people that we talk about are success stories. They're smart and they work really hard. So if they join someone's program and that program didn't get them results, it's not their fault. Right? It's the person who offered the program's fault. Their program was broken or faulty in some way. And in many cases, this is the reason why. Even if that's a good coach with good intentions, it's not some guy that's out there just trying to make a buck. And let's just say it's a good person. If they're only giving you one tiny piece of the puzzle, it's just not going to get you where you want to go, period.
You'll just find yourself stuck all over again, because oftentimes the thing that you try to go fix isn't always even the thing that is not working in your business. And that's, again, why it's important that whoever it is that you work with understand that big picture of the strategy of your business and where you're going. Because without that, you're just going to get stopped.
So whenever you guys are assessing or thinking about working with someone or thinking about buying some product or thinking about investing in any kind of coaching or mentoring or anything at all, ask yourself this question: is this program designed to get you all the way to the outcome? If your outcome is that you want to get 10 clients a month at $5,000 a piece and bring in $50,000 a month, and that's the outcome that you set your sights on, you got to ask yourself, are they giving me everything, absolutely everything that I need to get to that outcome? Because if they're not, it's not worth something investing in. It's got to be a complete step-by-step, start to finish solution. That's what you need. And to be honest, guys, very, very, very few people in any market are offering that. Almost everyone is offering just part of the solution, where it's not step-by-step, or it's not going to get you all the way there. So that's the first and most important thing to look out for. Don't waste your money on anything that isn't a start to finish solution. Okay, number 2. The second biggest reason why most business coaching programs suck, and actually why most coaching programs in general suck in any market, is that it's not customized for you. It's not customized for you. Now, let me be very clear on what I mean on this. It's okay to have a basic strategy that you apply to everyone, right? So at Clients on Demand, we have a really basic strategy. The way we teach our clients to get their clients that they want into their programs is to run ads on Facebook and social media, to drive that traffic into a webinar, invite those people to a phone call, and then enroll them. So it's a very simple strategy that we teach to each and every one of our clients. It's that start to finish game plan like we just talked about. But what we have to do within that is customize each and every piece for you. So the ad, for example, has to be custom tailored to your message and your audience so that it attracts the exact kind of clients that you want to attract. Your webinars have to be perfectly calibrated to express the ideas that you believe in to attract the kind of clients that you want. The way that you do that phone call, it's not the same for everybody. Again, it's got to be customized and tweaked so it's just right for you, because the kind of client that you want is not the same kind of client that someone else wants. And you might be a dating coach and someone else might be a business coach. You might be a fitness coach and someone else might be a marriage coach. Who knows? And so to say that you are going to market your stuff exactly the same way across the board, it just doesn't make any sense. So not only does a good coaching program have to give you a start to finish solution, they also have to customize and tweak each and every little piece for you. And I'll be honest, guys, that takes work. You know, we have a team of, I think, 33 people at Clients on Demand right now, because that's what it takes to get great results for our clients. You know, we've got people who coach our clients on copy. We have people who coach our clients on their advertising, people who coach our clients on their sales, people who coach their clients on all these other things, psychology, mindset. So it's all there, but we have to customize and tweak each and every little piece for you. So guys, if you think about it, of all the different programs that are for sale right now in your marketplace, there's very, very few of them that are doing both of those things, that are giving a start to finish solution and that are customizing each and every piece for you.
You know, a big part of where I see this coming in is when you hit up against any kind of resistance. And, you know, let's face it, when you do anything new, you're going to come up against some kind of resistance or uncertainty. And if your coach is so clear about your end game, where you're going, that big picture, those goals, who, you know, in the business world, who is your audience? What is the problem that you solve? They have to be able to talk in a way that influences you. And for most people, the coach really in the general, whether the general in marketing, the general in the sales, the general in the mindset, what have you, they coach in the general. And the truth of the matter is, in order to get any kind of real results or any kind of real transformation, you have to coach in the specific. And being in the specific means it has to get personal. It has to get customized in terms of being able to unpack what are the real things standing in your way, either personally, to get the job done, or even what is the real thing standing in the way from you putting your stuff out there, or finding your voice, or saying in a way that is really an alignment with the transformation that you want to create with your clients. So I think it's just so important that you're working with clients, or you're working with coaches that are more on a personal level, that you really get to have interaction with. You really get to have that high touch, so they can get in there and find out what influences you and what influences your client, so that you really can get that experience where results are just inevitable. Otherwise, if you're just in the general, you're just going to get kind of so-so results and general results. It's not really going to be a big wow for you or your clients.
JJ, that's like a huge distinction. So at Clients on Demand, guys, just to give you some inside information, when people come to work with us, the first thing that we have to do is get you clear on exactly what your offer is. What do you do? Who do you do it for? Why is it important? Why does it matter? And most of the time when people come to work with us, they have a very vague idea of what it is that they do. Oh, I'm a dating coach. I'm a relationship coach. I'm a life coach. And what we have to do is we have to have a real conversation so that we can get things way, 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 way more specific, so that we can go from, for example, well, I'm a marriage coach, to I help people save their marriages and get back the passion they had when they first got together and stay out of divorce court. Like, that's so much more specific about exactly who you want to work with and exactly the problem that you solve. So that takes work, guys. That takes dialogue, because many times when you come to the program, you might not know that yourself, and that's okay. But we will ask you questions and work with you to help you figure out exactly what that is. Now, once you've got that, we have to make sure that everybody on our team is on the same page. So our copy coaches need to know that. Our Facebook coaches need to know that. Our sales coaches need to know that. Everybody needs to know that, because that one clarity, that one outcome that you provide for your clients is sort of like the hanger that everything else hangs on, that your whole business hangs on that one hook. So it takes a tremendous amount of work to get you clear on that, then to get our whole team clear on that, and then to begin to tweak each part of your message and each part of your process so that it expresses what you do clearly and powerfully and beautifully in a way that's going to attract the exact clients that you want and repel the kind of people that you don't want. So it takes a lot of work in order to do that. And most coaches are just not willing to do that. Either their profit margins are so small that they can't afford to hire a team of people, or they're just not willing to do it. They're just not willing to do the work. I mean, so many people are making big promises and then not delivering. And if you've joined coaching programs in the past, you know how that feels. And it feels really awful to have all this marketing hype, and then you get in there and then all of a sudden it's not what you expected, or it isn't start to finish, or they're not going to give you the level of support that they promised you. If you look at our reviews and you look at the things that people say about Clients on Demand, it's really, really obvious that we will hold your hand and coach you and guide you every step of the way through this entire process, because that's what it takes to get results. I mean, look, if I could hand people, a 50-page ebook, a little manual that says how to get clients, and they could read it and they could get all the results that they wanted, then cool. But it takes a lot more than that. It takes a lot more hand-holding, and it takes a lot more creativity. The other thing to keep in mind, guys, is that my team has a skill set that you don't. So each piece of this, how to do Facebook ads, how to do YouTube ads, how to do copywriting, how to do sales, these are all like totally independent skills. And those skills have nothing to do with you being a good health coach or a good fitness coach or a good marriage coach or a good dating coach or a good business coach or whatever. That is your area of expertise. You're not a marketing expert. You're not a sales expert. So what do? We let you borrow the wisdom and expertise of our team, who will help you refine that message so that it's absolutely perfect. Does that make sense?
I think there's a big difference too from having an intellectual knowledge of something and saying, oh, I understand what an online business looks like. I understand a funnel. Therefore, I'm going to put my shingle up and I'm going to be an online marketing coach, right? And so you can understand it and maybe even had some personal success, but understanding something and being able to transfer that knowledge to someone else and pull out what their own unique gifts are in a way that you can find that voice and then speak that voice out into the world. It's just completely different. Knowing how to do something and knowing how to uncover and coach someone else to find that, it's not the same skill. it's, you know, you could be good at something, but not be good at coaching someone to have that come out in them. And I think that's a huge part of what stops people from having extraordinary programs is that, you know, you go to these coaches that don't yet have the skill to take you where you want to go.
That's a really great point. I mean, there's so many people that are incredible at what they do, but they don't know how. And I've worked with people like that before. I mean, I remember I worked with one guy, JJ, who was just an off the charts marketing genius. And like, I just would like come up with messaging and hooks and stuff that was just brilliant. His problem was he couldn't do it for anyone else. And he couldn't really teach anybody else how to do it either. It's like if you go to Mozart and you try to ask for piano lessons, I think he could play piano when he was like 3. He's like, he can just do it. And so for him to take a step back and deconstruct it and explain exactly how he does what he does is very, very tough for a lot of people. I mean, that honestly, that really is a whole separate skill where, you know, you could be, you know, LeBron James could be an amazing basketball player, but can he teach you how to play basketball like him? I don't know. It's a totally different thing. And so that's another thing that you want to watch out for, guys, is not only is this person that you're thinking about working with, is this person getting amazing results? Are their clients getting amazing results too? Because that's the key. It's not just enough for them to be good at what they do. They have to be effectively able to communicate that to other people and to help those people, like we've been talking about, customize and tweak and apply that magic to their business, to their offers, to their stuff. And that's a tall order. There's very, very few people that know how to do that, but it is so important if what you're looking for is real results. You know, I wonder if that's part of the reason, JJ, why so many masterminds and programs, it's like there's not too much else going on than it being sort of a cult of personality. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Where like you've got the guru person at the top and everybody kind of wants to be like them. They want to dress like them. They want to act like them. But there isn't any real training or any real instruction. It's kind of just like, hey, hang out with this person, touch the hem of their garment, and maybe a little bit of their mojo will, you know, will rub off on you. But those are those masterminds where it's like there's a lot of enthusiasm, but there's no results, you know?
Yeah, I think so. And, you know, of course, there's something to be said for having something to aspire to, right? And to have some of those aspirations, and that can be empowering, an empowering place to look up to. And you have to have a coach that knows how to get under the hood and figure out what do you need? What do you need as the client? What's really standing in your way? Is that the strategy piece and knowing which dials to kind of go in there and fix and adjust in terms of the strategy, or uncover the piece of the strategy that you're missing? Or is there something that's really performance or mindset that are standing in your way? And you got to be able to diagnose what's really going on. Otherwise, it's fun, right? We've all, I don't know, maybe we've all hired those coaches that turn out to feel like, hey, this has been a really expensive friend. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You have some great relationships, but your coach should also be a trusted partner that gets you results. And that's just a whole other skill set that somebody has to develop to have a really great program.
I mean, for me, that's the only thing that matters. It really is. I've actually worked with mentors in the past who have said like, hey, you know, if you have a coaching program, don't try to get people results. Just be their friend. Just entertain them. You know, one guy even told me, how did he say it? He said, most people are walking through life with an umbilical cord, looking for a place to plug it in. In other words, like people are just looking for a mom or a dad, and that's why they join your program. And for me, I never bought into any of that stuff. Like, is that what some people want? Sure. But hell, the reason I think people come to coaching programs is to get freaking results. Everything else doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter if it's like, you know, entertaining or fun to be there. I mean, those things are great. But at the end of the day, are these people getting results or are they not getting results? And that's the way that we've built Clients on Demand, where everything we do is just oriented in the direction of getting our clients better and better and better results. And we can see that happening year after year after year. Where last year, 2020, even with everything going on, we just did this event in Miami for our top level mastermind clients. Like literally everyone in the room pretty much had the best year they'd ever had in 2020, even with the travel restrictions and the lockdowns and all the stuff that was going on. They had the best year they ever had in their business. So that's what we mean when it comes to results. Like we are always looking for those tangible, those real results. I don't want a mastermind or a program that's a social club or a place where people just hang out. I don't want it to be a cult of personality where people are like paying you to like be their friend or be their parent or their father figure or mother figure or whatever. No, dude, it's like let's put our heads together and get some real results. Here's the strategy. Here's the game plan. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to walk you through it every step of the way, and we're going to actually get you the outcome. So guys, very few programs, I hope you're understanding, are oriented they're not even built with that in mind. They're either giving you one piece of the puzzle, or if they're giving you the whole thing, they're not giving you the support that you need to execute it, right? Their focus is somewhere else. They're just not willing to make the effort to customize each and every little piece for you. So first two reasons why most coaching programs suck. Number one, they're not giving you a start to finish solution. It's just it's just a part of the puzzle. Number two, they're not willing to customize everything for you. And number three, and this is the important one, I think the most important one, is they're not addressing the real chokehold, which is your psychology. They're not addressing the real chokehold, which is your psychology. All right, so here's what I mean. Most coaching programs, like we said, are only giving you a piece of the puzzle. Or if they're giving you the whole thing, they're only giving you the strategy. They're not giving you the support. But let's just pretend that you're looking at one of the very small handful of programs that actually has both of those things. They do have a start to finish solution, and they are giving their clients really good support. Great. There's actually a whole other layer on top of that, which is even more critical. And that's providing support for your mindset and your psychology. Because most of the time when people sabotage their business, it's not because they don't understand what they're supposed to do next. It's because there's something that comes up for them that they just can't deal with. There's self-doubt, self-sabotage, overwhelm, imposter syndrome, just good old-fashioned laziness. Sometimes people are terrified by their own success, where, all of a sudden they have their very first like $50,000, $60,000 month, and they freak out because no one in their family ever earned anywhere near that before in 1 month. I mean, maybe they earned $50,000 in a year before, and now they just earned that in 1 month. Well, when that happens, sometimes people freak out because it's just so outside their comfort zone. That's the kind of stuff that really derails people's businesses. And so whatever program you're thinking about working with, they have to have a team of people there who can help you deal with that stuff. Now, I know you're saying to yourself, hey, Russ, give me $50,000 in 1 month and I'm not going to have any problems. But I promise you, yes, you will. And if those problems could come up when you get to that 50K month or that 100K month, or they could come up before that. They could pop up like weeds and stop you from even getting your first steps in, even getting your feet off the ground. So you've got to have that mindset support and that psychological support. And that requires, guys, a whole other level of skill and a whole other level of commitment to your results. And like I said, most coaches just aren't even willing to like give you the strategic support, and very, very few are willing to give you the mindset support on top of that. But it's the most important piece.
Yes, and yes. Now you're in my world.
That's why Jane is here, by the way, guys.
You're in my world now. And the thing of it is, it doesn't just happen in our, next level programs. And it obviously doesn't just happen when you're earning $50,000 a month. It happens right out the gate. So, whenever you take on learning anything new, and especially if you're trying to get a result in a short period of time. And what's amazing about online businesses is if you have the right strategy and the right coach, you can start seeing results rather quickly. But in order for it to be a quick kind of, a quick thing, it's all in what you're putting into your business, how much you're putting yourself out there to be coached, receive the coaching, be resourceful, make decisions. And so when we have a client come and work with us, it feels a little like a boot camp. You come in and it's like game on. It's time to get to work, digesting material, getting your stuff done, getting coaching, making decisions, right? It's not a light commitment. It's a commitment to build an amazing business. And here's the thing, life will continue to happen. Life is always happening around you. And at any given time, one of your clients or one of our clients, as they're going through a program, as life is happening, you know, a boyfriend might leave, a wife might get pregnant. You know, goodness gracious, this last year, we know people have gotten sick or had to take a pause, or their kids are at home, or what have you. Life is always happening around you. And when you're focused on achieving a business result, you're not wanting to coach them on every single thing that's happening in their life, because they would never get their business accomplished. But what you do need to have is a coach that can help someone take their focus, and as life is going on all around them, stealing their focus, wanting them to move over here and wanting them to go over here, that can bring them back to the center and say, hey, this is what you're up to. This is your commitment. This is the goal that you set, that you wanted to accomplish in this next 8 weeks. So what can I do to support you to get you back on track and focused on your goal? Life will still be going on, but for right now, for 8 weeks, let's get you dialed in and get you in the emotional state, the strength and the fortitude to take the next step, What's next? What's next? So at the end of that foundational program, you have something. And unfortunately, so many programs, I mean, how many of you listening have bought a program with all the best intentions, and then something happened? Oh, I had a vacation planned. Oh, my kids are home. I don't know, I hurt my ankle and now I can't listen. I can't do this. And when you have a high touch program of coaches that are committed to you, not only will they keep you on track in terms of your strategy, they are going to keep your emotional state on track so that you can continue to make decisions and stay in action. Because it's one thing to have a great strategy, but it's a whole other thing to continue to stay in action and do what's next while life is happening all around you. So you have to be a part of a program that knows how to coach your psychology, that knows how to coach you in your performance. And then as you grow into that, and as people move on and work with us in our next level programs, having someone that can continually keep you on track in your business and start creating a psychology of leadership. Start creating a mindset of performance. Start creating a psychology and identity of someone who makes really great decisions and are not stopped by things like imperfection or imposter syndrome or whatever syndrome there is out there. You gotta stay focused on where you're going. So if you're in a program that's leaving out that element of psychology, or if you've done a program that's leaving it out, goodness gracious, we do not fault you for not getting the result or not being where you want to be. You gotta be dialed in with a coach that has both the strategy and also that performance mindset to keep you on track.
Guys, this is the most important thing. And I want you to understand, that is hard for me to say, right? Because I'm a marketing strategist. That's the stuff that I geek out on. I geek out on things like Facebook ads and messaging and copy and webinars and all that great stuff. But the most important piece is this. It's the most important piece because it's your emotions that are going to drive everything in your business. Your emotions are going to drive your success, and your emotions are going to drive your failure. If you're going into this and you're constantly feeling like a failure, you're constantly feeling like a loser, you're constantly terrified of what other people are going to think, you're terrified of money, you're terrified of so many different things, of what are my friends going to say, what's my wife going to say, what's my husband going to say, you're scared of all of these things. It's like trying to run a marathon with all these weights strapped to you. And what a great coach can come along is just, let me just go ahead and unclip those, and then you can run and you can be free. And then you can jump on the strategy, which is like a rocket, and you can get where you want to go. So the most important thing, guys, is to be able to sort of easily and quickly offload that mental baggage as it comes up, because it will come up. Anytime you're operating outside your comfort zone, those little, negative thoughts, those little demons are going to pop up. You got to have someone there who can help you sort of sort through it. Now, one other thing I want to emphasize is that listen to the totality of everything we're saying here, right? Because a great coaching program needs to have all of these things, right? It needs to have the step-by-step strategy. It needs to be able to customize everything for you, and it needs to be able to have the great mindset and psychological support, because there's a whole other sort of like branch of programs that people offer that are just about the mindset. They're just about the psychology. And the problem there is that there's no strategy. So sometimes you see these programs like How to Have a Millionaire Mindset. And it's like, okay, well, that's cool. But again, we're just working on your mindset. That's just one piece of it. The real thing, okay, is like now it's like, okay, well, what are we going to do to actually make $1 million? There's all these different actions and activities and strategies that come into play at that point. But if they're not giving you any of that, it's just the mindset piece. Well, then now we're back to square one where you've got a program that's just giving you one piece of the puzzle. So you don't want to enroll in a program that's just going to give you the strategy, and you don't want to enroll in a program that's just going to give you the psychology. You want something that's going to give you both. Here's where we are. Here's where we're going. Here's every step along the way. Here's how I'm going to support you and guide you every step of the way. And at the same time, any mental garbage or fear or self-sabotage that happens to bubble up, we got the resources in place to deal with it. That is the kind of program that gets results, my friends. It's not this other stuff where you're just missing all these different pieces. It's something like that where everything is coming together to give you all of the support that you need. And the sad thing about the coaching industry is most people just aren't willing to provide that. It's not that they can't in most cases, because if they really wanted to, they could find a way. It's that they just don't want to. They're too lazy, or they haven't found a way to do it in a leveraged way. And by the way, guys, in your own coaching programs, I'm not asking you to sacrifice your freedom. I'm not saying that if you want to have a 6 or 7 figure coaching business, that you have to, when you work with your clients, you got to be working 50, 60, 70 hour weeks. Because that wouldn't help anybody either. There's a way to give all of these things that we're talking about to your clients and market it successfully without burning yourself out, without spending all day on Instagram or Facebook or social media, without like grinding yourself into the ground and losing all your freedom. I own Clients on Demand. I have tremendous freedom. Jane is the managing director of Clients on Demand. She has tremendous freedom in her life. So there's a way to do this, guys, in a way that's elegant and simple and clean and clear that gets incredible outcomes for your clients and creates tremendous income and freedom for you at the same time. If you want to learn how to do that, I want to invite you to reach out to talk to us about how we can help you make that happen. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to clientsondemand.com/talk. That's clientsondemand.com/talk. Now, when you go to that link, it's going to open up our calendar page. And on that calendar page, you'll see all of the available appointment times that we have for the next couple days. Grab an appointment time that works for you. And somebody from my team will call you at the time that you chose. And now on that call, we'll put our heads together and we'll get to work. You can tell us everything that you've been trying to do, what's working, what's not working. You can tell us your exact income goal, whether it's 20K a month, 30K a month, 50K a month. And on that call, we're going to help you get clear on a few things. The exact price you should be charging, the exact clients that you should be targeting, and the exact way that you should be targeting them. And at the end of that call, if you want to talk about how we can help you make that into a reality and get your business to the next level, we're more than happy to have that conversation. If you don't want to talk about that, that's cool too. Either way, our goal is to provide you massive value on this call. So go to clientsondemand.com/talk and book that appointment to speak to us. All right, guys, just to recap. Number one, you need to join a coaching program that has a start to finish, step-by-step solution that gives you the whole enchilada, not just part of it. Number two, where everything is customized for you and it's not some like one-size-fits-all solution. And number three, they have to have the resources to help you with your psychology as well. And the fact that most business coaching programs don't have those three things, most of them don't even have one of them, much less like all three. But the fact that most coaching programs don't have those three things is a big reason why a lot of the programs that are out there suck. And I can tell you right now, if you've joined a coaching program before that didn't have those three things and you didn't get the results you wanted, it is not your fault. It's just not. Now I'm not saying if you joined the program and just didn't do any of the work, okay, that's on you. But if you did, and you didn't get where you wanted to go, it's usually because it was lacking one of those three things. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't join coaching. It doesn't mean you shouldn't sign up for coaching and mentoring. You should, because it's the biggest shortcut there is. But it's got to be the right coach, the right mentor, the right program. And those are the big three things that you want to be looking for. So if you want to start a conversation with a team that works that way, go to clientsondemand.com/talk and book an appointment to speak to us. JJ, any parting shots before we take off?
Just that I am so confident when you book that call that you're just going to have such a great, amazing experience. And, you've stuck with us now for about 30, 40 minutes. And because you see something that can be available to you. So take a minute, book the call, and I promise you, you will be thrilled that you did.
Love it. Guys, look, all these clients that you hear us talk about, the 6-figure earners, the 7-figure earners, the multiple 7-figure earners, all of their journeys started by booking that call. clientsondemand.com/talk, and let us put you on that path to success. We'll catch you guys on the next show. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you guys want to subscribe, there's a little picture of me. You can click that button right over there. If you want to book a breakthrough session with our team, which you absolutely should do, then you can click that button there or go to clientsondemand.com/talk to book an appointment to speak to us. We'll go ahead and catch you on the next show. Bye-bye.